Hey viewers, what's up? I just wanted to make a rather short video. I'm not sure how short exactly. I don't normally do content like this. So I've been collecting physical games again for a little while. Uh, Long story short, I moved across the country at one point about 10 years ago, and I literally had to sell all my physical games, my PlayStation 2, 3, Xbox 360, everything that I had basically, because I literally could not fit it in a car to move across the country. So anything that wouldn't fit had to go. But even then, I only had like maybe 150 physical games, and they were all 360 and PS3. Because this was back in 2014. The Xbox One and the PS4 had just come out, and the only games I owned for those were digital anyway. And I had well, not most, a lot of my PS3 games were digital. So anyway, now that it's been 10 years and I've settled again, I'm collecting physical games with a vengeance, way harder than I ever used to. So before I really get into that, I just want to say I don't know why I didn't think of this before. And if anyone else collects games and you haven't thought of this, this is just my suggestion. Uh, you can buy brand new spare jewel cases for DVD size for PS2 and 360. I'm not sure if GameCube is the same size, and obviously you can buy Xbox One / Series / PS3 / PS4 size cases or official cases, but they're usually pretty expensive. You can get like 10 for $20, I think. I have 2 boxes in my closet, and they're already almost empty, or at least the Xbox One is. So I've started buying stupid games that I have no intention of ever playing just to have spare boxes around. Obviously, that's not the best idea because you risk having shitty, like, damaged cases, or they're dirty, or whatever the case is. So to that end, this is the first time I've done it, but I've started, like, when I shop thrift stores, usually these EA Sports, these annual releases are usually dirt cheap, which is funny because I always knew that would be the case. I knew they would be worthless in the future. Like 15 years ago, when you would go into GameStop and you would see every single year the same Madden game or the same NCAA game come out. So I got, like, these 3 were maybe $2 each. I mean, these are old Xbox, like 2005, 2004, 2006, 2007 sports games, but it's literally cheaper than, if you only need like 2 or 3 cases, it's actually cheaper than buying individual cases or even buying a whole pack of cases, unless you know for sure you're going to use that whole pack of cases. So I'm not even going to put these on my shelf. They're just going to go in the closet, and then one day when I might need a spare case, then I'll just grab one of these. And I'm not going to throw the discs or the covers or the instruction manuals away. I may case them at some point, but again, I have no intention of ever putting these on my shelf or playing them because I just don't give a shit about sports games. For instance, you could look at this Tiger Woods cover. I don't know if the color comes through correctly on the camera, but look how faded and just old and decrepit the cover is. The Xbox logo is like blue now because it's been weathered so much. All right, so now that that's out of the way, I've been going back to what I was saying. I've been seriously, like, trying to collect again for about 3 months, about 2 or 3 months, and it's not just console games. I've bought a ton of, like, PC games, physical games to put on my shelf when I finally have a PC shelf. You'll see behind me, there's actually a computer on the floor and there's a lamp next to it. That's going to get replaced with a shelf, and then that computer is going to go in the shelf. Unfortunately, I wanted to get one from IKEA, but of course, the second I decided to press check out, they discontinued the shelves. And if you see on the other side of my head, there's a black shelf where all those PlayStation games and stuff are. That's the one that I was going to buy, and they discontinued it. So I have two of those, and now you can buy like a white thing. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's the exact same shelf. It just only comes in white. So you would have to buy the shelf, and then you would have to buy the black brown wood stain, and then stain the wood yourself to make it look the same color, which I may still do, but I just don't care right now. I think the white shelf isn't in stock either. Anyway, moving on. So I have one half shelf almost full of Xbox games. So I have bought a whole bunch of crap lately. I think I spent maybe $150 between 3 orders. I'm still actually waiting on one item, but I don't. It's going to be kind of hard to get this in camera. So here's part of the newest I don't know what to call it, the newest loot. There's too many games here to hold up at once. So these are all original Xbox. And the thing is, let's see. I should have prepared this before, but you know they were all in one pile. 3, 4. So 6 of these actually came without a case. That's why they were so cheap. So I had to make covers for each of them and put them in cases. And you can probably see the color difference between the cases. Like all these pale greens are brand new, and then this one on the end is obviously 20 years old. Whenever this game came out, it was I don't know, sometime. I actually had to make a custom cover for this because there isn't one. On the cover project, there's a PS2 cover, but there isn't an Xbox cover. So thankfully, people of the internet are always resourceful. I found an old school Xbox game template that's perfect where you can just basically overlay artwork. I had to rearrange literally everything because I basically took it off of the PS2 cover. But anyway, it turned out well, except for one part where I screwed up. I forgot to delete a layer in Photoshop before I hit print, or actually before I hit merge layers. But the rest of them, like this one is printed out, and you can see they obviously don't look perfect. That one is a printout. Dead to Rights, good game. Burnout 2, Developer's Cut. I've never even heard of Developer's Cut. I can guarantee you the disc itself isn't Developer's Cut. And you got Burnout 1, another classic. I never really liked Burnout 2, to be honest. Burnout 3, Burnout 4 were the best games, I thought. We got our Turok Evolution here. I never actually played this, I don't think. I remember playing a Turok game. It might have been on 360. I remember there being like a lot of caves that you had to go through, and you would get attacked by raptors. So I don't know if that's the same game as this one. And then we got a whole nother pile here. This case looks old as hell because it's that old. This was like the only game I had left when I moved to Houston. So the case, I kept the case the whole time because I actually left the disc in my PSP, and then I lost my PSP. So rest in peace to that. It's somewhere in a junkyard, I'm sure. But I found the disc for like $2. We got Assassin's Creed Origins because why not? I guess. I basically I'm trying to maximize each shelf so that each one has a lot of games in it. I've played most of these games before. This is the Beyond Two Souls Steelbook edition for PS3. I haven't taken it out of the paper insert, and I may not do so. The classic regular Fallout 3, not the Game of the Year edition. I'm not sure I ever actually played regular Starfighter. I did play Jedi Starfighter. I have that on like every system. I have it on Xbox. I don't think I bought it on PS2 yet, but obviously it's one of the back compatible games on PlayStation Network on PS5, and it has trophy support. And this is another one of the printed covers. I think, I don't know, they look pretty decent. For sure, it's not the same type of paper that the industry uses. It's like 48 pounds, 11 by 14 legal glossy paper, but you can tell the difference when you touch it. It's not the exact same paper. It's heavier and it's glossier. So I don't know what paper they actually use. We got our Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec here, complete with manual. I thought I bought GT4, but I was mistaken. Another one, this is another one that I had to print because it was a game only. I've never actually seen the disc for this game. I didn't realize it looked like that. This one I want to criticize. This is the Gears of War, like Ultimate, whatever, Gears of War Collector's Edition tin. This thing is janky and kind of shitty, to be honest. Like, if you open it up, it's just literally, it's just an aluminum tin. And then the worst part is the actual game discs come in this like paper insert sleeve with just a 2-disc plastic case. Like, I don't know, like maybe the industry hadn't figured out at this point in 2005 that people wanted steelbooks or something. But it's just, I don't know, it seems like a shitty product to me. And then it comes with this little art book, which is pretty cool. I like when the games come with art books. For example, Final Fantasy X Collector's Edition, Final Fantasy X Remaster Collector's Edition on PS3 came with an art book. I think that was the only version that came with Collector's Edition items. PS4 doesn't have one. Then we got our Army of Two 40th Day. I never did finish this game. Then I accidentally bought another copy of Dead Space 3 Limited Edition because I didn't know that I had Limited Edition already. That said, the case I had was broken on top, so, you know, whatever. At least I get to replace the broken case this time. I don't know if mine had an instruction manual either. This one doesn't. There's like an online pass, which I'm pretty sure I own the online content anyway for this game. Most of these 360 games, if I ever was going to own the online content, like the Game Pass or whatever you want to call it, the DLC Pass, Season Pass, then I already would have had it. So that's my loot for this week. I'm waiting on a steelbook for Dead Space 3 that got returned to Cinder because I just started using eBay again and I screwed up my address because I didn't realize it was incomplete. So I'm waiting on that. And then probably next week I'll do another video with my loot because undoubtedly I'm going to buy a bunch more games until I run out of shelf space, and then I don't know what to do at that point. Because like I try to at least have complete series like I do with Burnout 1 through 4 on Xbox, or Dead Space 1 through 3, or Mass Effect 1 through 3, or Gears 1, 2, 3 Judgment on 360, or whatever. So there are series where I'm still trying to squeeze in a game on the shelf, and it's probably not going to happen. So I may need to take some stuff down. I have actually run into quite a few duplicates already somehow through not paying attention. Like, for example, on original Xbox, Star Wars Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds was a double pack with the same case on the same disc. I think it had 2 different instruction manuals, but like I bought one And then I tried to buy another one thinking it would just be Star Wars Clone Wars, and it was just the same thing again. So I don't think you can separately buy those games. I was led to believe that you can, which is why I did it in the first place. But so far, I'm not sure. So that's my my game collecting video for now. If you are interested in that kind of thing, not just game collecting, but printing out your own covers or custom covers, there's a great site called thecoverproject.com or .net. If you just Google it, you'll find the right site. They have templates that show you the right size for each cover if you're going to print your own. They have thousands of covers that are already uploaded that are set to the right size that you can just go print right away. The only thing, if you're not familiar with it, is your printer may not support borderless printing. So if that's the case, you have to use 8.5 by 14 legal paper in order to have the right margins. Otherwise, it's going to screw your cover up. And I have like 30 examples I could show you, but I think I threw them away because I was finally like, good. I have the correct paper now. I don't have to keep these embarrassments around. But you can request covers there. You can upload your own, etc. The only thing I would say about that site is it's kind of a piece of shit, to be honest. The forums, especially, maybe just the forums, they take forever to load, or they just don't load at all. Like for the past couple of days, they haven't worked at all. It just loads eternally. But regardless, it's a good site, and there are some great videos on YouTube, way better than this one, obviously, that are actually about printing covers and stuff that I'll try to link in the description. So, peace out, game on, bye.